So, the Switch 2 was announced in the most normal and not leaked way possible. Just hit it. Almost 8 years of this console, which had its up and downs, its Donkey Kongs, prices, and the almost most amazing thing ever that has ever happened to me, the music app. And now, with the Direct next month, I decided to talk about some games that Nintendo had to offer that I really enjoyed or loved. But that's the key word, that Nintendo had to offer. So no games that I played because of having a Switch, like Chrono Cross, Okami, that I'm still playing, Stardew Valley, Balatro, Signalis, Kentucky Route Zero, and of course, Tales of Vesperia. Oh, games that I really had a fun time with. But of course, I'm just gonna talk about games that Nintendo made and released. But I will not talk about everything. Okay, that's a long list of games. And come on, I don't want to talk about Mario Kart. That I think it's really fun to play. Amazing music. But it's Mario Kart. Even my grandmother knows what a Mario is. Maybe not a kart, but
Hip with what the kids are playing?
Also, this game, the customization in this game is absolutely spectacular.
Sensational.
I cannot wait for Tomodachi Life on the Switch 2. Hello, it's me, AndresRose from the future. Just to tell you that it happened. So, let's go! Moments are cute, but the gameplay, it's really repetitive. $60 by the way. Please don't make me pay $70 for a new games, please. But too much about things that I'm not even gonna talk about in detail. How about I talk about some exclusive games that I think are worth talking about? So let's start with something super simple.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a game I like. I've never played Breath of the Wild or played a lot of open world games, so this was my first experience with both. And not gonna lie, it was really fun! In some areas. I think exploring the world and finding stuff to do is always fun, but in my first playthrough of the game I did have a problem with the travel system, especially because of the new added Sky Islands. That made the exploration personally really not that interesting, since 80% of the time I just used the sky as my way to go to places and made me miss most of what the overworld had to offer, and they felt very separated. They didn't felt like they connected that much. I can understand if the Sky Islands were more prevalent, but maybe if I ever replay it, I will use the overworld more for traversal. Creating stuff with the Ultra Hand, it's actually pretty fun, and the new powers as well. I genuinely don't know how to feel about the 70 price tag. Oops. One thing that I do not enjoy about this game is its story. It's personally not that good, and I could talk about the
Demon King, Secret Stone.
but honestly that's not even my main issue. My main issue is how the story is presented, like for example how the memories are more linear and consequent to each other. And that sounds like a normal way to tell a story, but you can find them in different order, making some of the impactful moments more dull if you find one that already spoils what happens. Different to Breath of the Wild, that the memories you find were more momentary and felt like individual moments that really didn't follow a linear story but added to a story. And not gonna lie, this story is not even that big of a thing. It's your typical Zelda story. It's fine. So if you're looking for experience in gameplay and atmosphere, I would recommend this game. It's really neat, but I would recommend Breath of the Wild even more. Wow! That sounded like I really didn't like the game at all. Maybe the next one will be different. Oh no. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have a weird history with it. I really love New Leaf, and after that I became an Animal Crossing fan. Look, I even have a plushie. So, I was excited for this game. A lot. And the thing is, this game came out at the perfect time, and it was heaven. It was insane. A lot of people were playing it, sharing their islands, creations, even the villagers. It was insane. But then, it all kind of, slowly died. And some of its gameplay flaws were more evident. The fact that there were updates for every festival felt really off. And the updates were inconsistent. And some of the decisions, like no upgradable buildings, like the shop or an individual cafe, were kind of weird. They added farming for some reason. The interface and some dialogue needs a little bit of work, especially for traveling. It genuinely felt like they didn't know what to do with the game after it became this big thing. Not what to fix, but what to add. And I think that hurt the game more than it should. But the game is still really fun. Even me recording this for this video was really like a nostalgia trip. If you've been playing this game for a long time and your tool breaks, that will make you go to Splatoon and do the whole team swipe. Crafting does not fit this game. Take it off.
You're not that guy,
Take it
pal.
off.
Trust me. You're not that guy.
And the music. Oh, New Leaf soundtrack was on another level. Honestly, one of the best Animal Crossing soundtracks alongside the first game. I just want to hear the song with the kitty again. I wish there was an option to choose the soundtrack of any Animal Crossing series you want for your town. But at that point, I'm just hoping and praying for stuff that will never happen. I'm delusional and losing my mind. Please send help. But I feel this game needs a little bit more polish, and I will be hopeful that the next Animal Crossing game is better and fix the complaints that people have and not just add for the sake of adding. Because, hey, I want to waste another 500 hours on a game, I'm not kidding. So personally, I will just say wait for the next installment of the series, and the DLC was fine. I don't have too much to say about that. It was fine. It really sounds like I didn't like my time with any of these games. There's actually games that I love that Nintendo has made. But the thing is, I want to talk about them in a separate video. I'm not gonna talk about Smash for obvious reasons. But games like Link's Awakening, I want to talk about this game so bad. But just in case, this game is genuinely amazing. You should try it at least, but it's not $60. No. Fire Emblem Three Houses as well, a game that I absolutely just want to talk about, but I can't. I really just want to make a separate video. One day. I know a game I would love to talk about. And after the longest time on my most played game on the Switch, I finally got it! The X rank. It felt like a decade. And of course, the moment I got this, I stopped playing the game in a heartbeat. This game feels really good, but at this point, I will just wait for Splatoon 4, because this game doesn't have the vibe and content that Splatoon 2 had. The DLC, as much as I love roguelikes, is really just baby's first roguelike. And when we compare the difficulty to something like Octo Expansion, that is one of the best Splatoon experiences to date, Splatoon 3 wants to beat so bad. Even the content on the Splatfest that I even make a video of. What is that model? Ew! Like 3 color battles. They were not it. I cannot believe Nintendo puts their eggs in the basket into Turf War. The most boring and not interesting mode there is. And it's the one that is advertised the most. Tower control? Paint zones? Nah. Turf War. I'm talking about putting eggs in the baskets. Salmon Run is the bestest ever. Some maps do not work as well as they should because of the new enemy types. But it was decent. But the reward system in both modes, in everything in the game, it's trash. The gacha, trash. Let me just buy the banners and emotes instead of wasting my money, wasting my time. Even in Salmon Run, the rewards for the boss salmon is it's not good. And the leveling up dreams, like, why do I need to level up? At least in Splatoon 2, they gave you shells, and in here, they just nothing, absolutely nothing. They just, well, have fun, everybody, and the game is fun. But I would really wait until the sequel. Oh my God, why is it? I need to talk about a game that I actually really enjoyed. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake is so good. And I'm so happy that they will continue this direction with the series and that they will announce the new game in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. There was an era of pain and blandness with Paper Mario, and it all started with the pain and the suffering and the best final boss theme of any Paper Mario. It's not a discussion. The only problem I have with this game is some of its battle mechanics, especially the pacing of battles on backtracking, but the game looks beautiful. Like the fact that this game has concept art and how they achieved the style. Oh, I need more of this in games. The game is so charming, the battle system is simple and effective, and Vivian is the best thing that ever happened to Nintendo, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these games have always left an aftertaste that goes from good to eh. When I love a game or a project is where the aftertaste is just amazing. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is a game I wanted to play for the longest time, and I cannot recommend it enough. And nothing bad will ever happen because this is the timeline where amazing things happen. And I cannot wait to see what they announce for Paper Mario and other Nintendo Switch games, please. And I know I missed other important games that I really want to play, like the Metroid games and so many more. Because at the end of the day, the Switch has indeed games. But I am excited for one day to play them and experience them, so I cannot wait for the Switch 2. But please fix the music app. One soundtrack a week is diabolical, please!